So I am here with Peter, the designer of Tiny Towns, which is coming out early next year from AEG. Why don't you walk us through what looks like a really cool, really simple to engage game?
Thank you. So Tiny Towns is a game of building a tiny forest village. It's going to fill up with forest critters. It's on a 4x4 grid, and you're building your buildings with a sort of Tetris-style system. So you lay out the resources, and then they glom down to one space. You can only have one resource or building per space, so your board is going to fill up as it fills with resources, and then when you build stuff, it shrinks back down. And everyone is working with the same exact resources. You take turns being the master builder, who names a resource that everyone must place in their town, whether they want it or not.
Gotcha. And it looks like each of the different structures has like a different scoring mechanism.
Yep.
And so it's really all about having that strategic element of like, do I have the space to build something, and then how am I going to score off of that?
Exactly. And there's 7 different buildings per game, but there's 4 cards to each one, so you don't know which buildings are going to be in the setup. So you've got replayability there. Yep. There's also a special monument building that each player has. It's a private building only they can make. It gives you a new way to score or a new ability throughout the game. It just makes each game a bit different.
I mean, it already on the table, like, it looks really cool.
Thanks.
And I can tell it's going to be the kind of game that's just going to be like, people are going to want to play it just from looking at it.
I hope so.
Was there anything that sort of like inspired the design, or were you just?
I had a really boring job proofreading financial newsletters, and it sort of came to me. I think Minecraft inspired the resource placing,
like cubes and
programming different things. So there's several different cards that make different buildings, but it corresponds to the same token. So you've got 4 different buildings that could make that one building.
And you swap them in and out between games to add some variety.
Yep.
It just, simple is like sort of a dirty word because it makes it sound like there's nothing to think about, but I've been watching some folks play it today, and every one of them has said, I learned it real fast, and now that I'm in it, now there's more to think about. It looks like it's got this really interesting curve of difficulty and depth.
It starts so open and free, and then you start building and you realize, I may not have planned as well as I should have, and you build yourself into a corner, so to speak.
Well, like I said, I think it just looks fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to Todd said around April of next year, direct to retail, if I'm not mistaken, no Kickstarter.
Yep.
And that's Tiny Towns. Thank you for walking us through it real quick. Appreciate it.
No problem.